Am I selfish if I'm not ready for kids right now?
Tell him, boy, I think I might claim you. Put my number in your phone, nickname you. It's Brianna, if you ain't know my name, like Alicia. Still he told his ex-bitch, bye Felicia. Hit Joye and ship you a couple kicks.
To be able to pull yourself back as an individual, I don't think that's a selfish thing, because you haven't got anything to live for. Like, it's just yourself. And if more people did that, then you wouldn't have so much irresponsible people dumping their kids on parents or on other people because they can't be bothered to take responsibility for the child that they were created, because that's when they choose to want to be selfless. Like, they're so eager for children, but then they still want to be selfish when they have kids. But if you can actually take yourself out of the equation and be like, you know what, right now, thank fuck the sun's gone. But, like, if you can take yourself out of that equation and just be like, you know what, I'm not ready for kids right now. Like, I want to live, I want to do what I need to do. You know what, yeah. How does that make you selfish? How can someone determine what you're going to push out of your own punani, for fuck's sake? I mean, who has that right to tell you about your pussy? I mean, carrying a child and childbearing is a very serious thing, you know. Like, it's not something just for the faint-hearted. I mean, I'm a boy and I can't even imagine that pain. I watched Junior, that film, and already just for me, like, sometimes when you're in the toilet, yeah, and you have one big shit, it's just like, oh my God, I can't imagine a head really coming out of my hole. So dare I be damned to imagine a woman pushing a child out of her vagina. Can you just imagine? Largy laugh, fucking hell. So I think people are really stupid for saying someone's selfish. I think it's an amazing thing. And when I was younger, I thought it was a selfish thing. But then I was young, I didn't know anything. I remember when my friend said that when we was in college. When, oh, I'm never having kids. I'm too selfish to have kids. And I was just like, oh my God, that's such an awful thing to say. But what do you know? As a child, I was only 16. But as an adult, it's an amazing thing. And she has a child now. She has a beautiful baby girl. Not much of a baby anymore, like more of a toddler. But yeah, she has a child, and that's someone that thought she was selfish. She needed to live and whatever, and she ended up having a child, a beautiful daughter, and, you know, that's that. Like, people's minds change, but it's important for you to enjoy your life, because you only get one, and you only get one chance before you can actually really be selfless, especially if you're single. I mean, one chance to be selfish, because you're single. You can be selfish. You can do what you want and stuff. When you're in a relationship, you can still be an element of selfish, but you have to be very more mindful, because you've got someone else that you have to consider. So as much as you're an individual, you're still a partnership. Do you get what I mean? But if you're going into a relationship saying that you don't want kids and with that same mentality like as you're single, that's a problem. That's wrong. Absolutely wrong. You should either be single or find someone like yourself. But it's very horrible to deprive someone of parenthood just because you don't want to, but you're happy to still be in a relationship where you still have to be a bit selfless. It doesn't even make sense. Like, I feel like if you're not ready at this point in time, that's absolutely understandable. It's your prerogative, it's your choice, and as a couple, you definitely should compromise on that. Like, you know what, I'm open to the possibility of having kids, but I don't want kids right now. That's my situation. I don't want kids right now, and sure as hell my partner better not, and I know they don't, thank God. But me, I don't. Kids, me, no, not for years and years and years. Right now, I don't even feel like kids, to be frankly honest, but it's my right to feel like it. But obviously, you have to have an element of openness when you're in a relationship, because it's not just you. So it's wrong to have that selfish act on yourself and deprive that person and not be open to it. You have to compromise. You can never be in a good relationship and a successful relationship if you don't learn to compromise. You can't just be one-sided. This is it and this is the way it's going to be and that's how it's going to be. No. I mean, you can deal with certain stuff with how you meet people, that's it. But I think it's just an odd thing to say, well, when you met me I didn't want kids. It's just a weird thing, because anything can change, and if you're really, I don't think you can be that adamant, like, because the same person, like, a lot of people who always say they don't want kids and they're never having kids, always always end up having the most. And always the people that always expected to have kids don't end up having kids. That is actually how it works, you know. And a lot of people that are so desperate for kids can't handle being parents. It's just, you just need to be careful. It's never, life is never how you expect it. And especially if you're if you're in a relationship, I'm guessing that most people in relationships don't use condoms. They're still fucking and stuff. And maybe they're using pull out, and maybe they're not even. Do you know? Me God. And especially if you're married. If you're married with that mentality, shambles. That's terrible. Very terrible. You want to be progressing, that you want to be married, you want to be a husband, you want to be a wife. You get to that point and then you decide you don't want kids and deprive your partner of that. My God. I don't know if there's much people like that, but that is terrible. And I'm sorry, I definitely would judge that. That's terrible. Terrible to have that mentality, my God. Especially if you want to be someone's wife or someone's husband, man. Jesus Christ, what use is it if you're going to go all that extent and you're not even going to be open to the possibility of having kids? Even if you don't end up with kids, it's always good to just be open about it, because, you know, when you think about it and you've made a success of yourself, you've got a successful business, you own your house and stuff, when you're both dead, I mean, who's going to carry on the legacy? Some people say they don't care, but I mean, you need to think about stuff like that. But then it's no one's choice. I mean, if you both decide that you don't want kids, it's different, but I just think it's very evil to go into a relationship and to have that just one set mind. No, I don't want kids, we're not having kids. I think it's awful, especially if someone, it's horrible. How the fuck, what's the point in building a family and building a home and getting married and all that if you don't want to go that next step? Especially, it's only if you have a partner that really wants a child. I can understand the compromise of saying, you know what, I don't want a child right now. I want us to enjoy us. Absolutely. Me, definitely. Want to enjoy life for at least 10 years, my God. Give me 10 years. Oh, I'm sure. He's like never too old to be a parent nowadays anyway. Especially with the way people popping kids out nowadays. But, I mean, saying that, I don't want to like be an old dad. But I didn't... This is the thought of me just call myself a dad. Oh my God, that's very odd. But I didn't like that feeling. Right now, no, Dad, no. That's just my personal. But I don't think there's anything wrong with the mentality of not having kids. I just think when you're in a relationship, you have to be open. End of. Especially if you are with someone who wants children. If you're not, then you're good, innit? But I just don't know. I think you should always have an open mind, man, because anything can change. Imagine if you do end up with someone and 10 years later you start to feel really broody and you start to really want a child, and now you're with someone that doesn't want kids. Then you're really fucked, right? You're really gonna be fucked, aren't you? Because it's like 10 years, what are we doing? But you chose that because you said you should be careful. Be careful what you say out of your... The power of the tongue is very powerful, you know. Be careful what you say out of your mouth. You don't say I don't want kids ever. Just say I don't want kids right now. Like, absolutely not now. At least for like the next 10 years or whatever, you know. But to say never... And then when you might end up really wanting them and you might not be able to conceive. You know, be careful of what you say with your mouth. Be careful, honestly. So yeah, that is that topic. Let me know what you guys think in the comments to us, and we can get a conversation going on. Oh yeah. But I'm gonna see you tomorrow, right? Oh my God, this is bouncing. Oh. I don't know what's the matter with me. Jesus, you would never find someone that is more stupid than I am, you know. Honestly, the type of enjoyment I can give myself is hilarious. Look, I'm actually having fun. See you guys later.